esteemed Dr. Ma'am, and I'm so very indebted to you for giving me this opportunity. देखिए, मुझे आप लोगों के साथ आके यहाँ वाकई बहुत ही खुशी हुई है। और जोहार। कभी कभी जीवन में मौका मिलता है तो आपने कुछ अच्छा काम किया होता है तो आप जैसे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ बात करने का मौका मिलता है। सच में बताऊं, मुझे भी मैं लगभग और मैं तो आप ही इसी क्षेत्र का मैंने यहीं से पढ़ा है BAD मैस्टर्स, है ना? तो मैं आपका दोस्त हो गया, ठीक है? तो आई एम योर फ्रेंड नंबर 1 एंड नंबर 2 फॉर एनीथिंग एनी टाइम, क्योंकि हम टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करेंगे और भी कोई भी बात करेंगे। और मुझे ये भी अच्छा लगा है यहाँ पर आके, क्योंकि ये इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर एजुकेशन है और इस समय में, क्योंकि जिसमें हम लोग ना अपने को यहाँ पर बात कर रहे हैं, हम लोग सब 20वीं जो 20th सेंचुरी थी, शताब्दी थी, उसके लोग हैं। मैं भी 20th सेंचुरी की है, क्योंकि हम कब पैदा हुए हैं? कोई 1900, जैसे I was born sometime in 1966, you must have been born sometime in, around that time. लेकिन जो आप लोग हो ना, आप लोग 21st सेंचुरी में पैदा हुए हो ना? कोई ऐसा है जो 20th सेंचुरी में पैदा हुआ है? सभी लोग, कोई ऐसा हुआ है जो 20th में पैदा हुए? थोड़े बहुत नहीं, सब तो बच्चा है ना? तो जो 21st सेंचुरी है, दिस इज अमेजिंग। ये जो सेंचुरी है, इसमें जो चीजें हुई हैं, तो इसलिए आप हम लोगों से ऑलरेडी आगे हैं। और इसलिए भी क्योंकि ये 3rd मिलेनियम है। क्यों 3rd मिलेनियम है? क्योंकि जैसे फर्स्ट मिलेनियम था, फर्स्ट 1000 years, then second 1000 years, this is 3rd millennium. So you are this generation, this is, you belong to this 3rd millennium and 21st century. तो इसका मतलब आप तो वैसे ही आ गए हैं। और टेक्नोलॉजी जो चीज़ आई, आप जब मैं ने शुरू किया अपना पूरा का पूरा कैरियर, देयर वाज नो www। आपको मालूम है ना www? मालूम है सबको? ये वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब आपने शुरू किया और वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब शुरू हो गया। क्या आपके समय में भी जो पूरा का पूरा हमारे उसमें, देखिए ये जो हारमोनियम है, म्यूजिक है, ये तो चला है, लेकिन जो पेनड्राइव और पूरा का पूरा जितना म्यूजिक, एंटरटेनमेंट, सारी चीजें होती थी, ये उस समय नहीं हुआ करती। वन सिंगल आपका मोबाइल में जो पूरी की पूरी मोबाइल रेवोल्यूशन थी, वो मोबाइल रेवोल्यूशन उस समय नहीं थी। एंटायर लाइब्रेरी जो पूरी की पूरी, नालंदा आप लोग गए हैं? कितने लोग गए नालंदा? नालंदा कितने लोग गए? हाँ, देखिए एक मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, क्योंकि मैं इस बार ना नालंदा जाके आया, और नालंदा में आप सोचिए कि 1500 साल पुरानी हमारी ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी वहाँ थी, और कमाल की यूनिवर्सिटी। कब? जो फर्स्ट मिलेनियम में एस्टैब्लिश हुई। मैं इसलिए इस बात को यहाँ पर कह सकता हूँ क्योंकि यू आर वेरी क्लोज टू नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी। फर्स्ट मिलेनियम में वो यूनिवर्सिटी एस्टैब्लिश हुई, और हम 3rd मिलेनियम में, डॉक्टर अमन आपने देखी है नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी जो हमारी रिमेन्स है? आपने देखी? आई एम सो वेरी हैप्पी। वो हमको एक गर्व का एहसास, मैं आप सबसे चाहता हूँ आप प्लीज जाके आइए, मेरी बात मानना, और आपको गर्व का एहसास होगा, आपको महसूस होगा कि कितनी जो हमारे DNA है ना, जो हम एजुकेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, ज्ञान की बात कर रहे हैं, ये हमारे DNA में रहा है, आज से नहीं, for thousands of years। और नालंदा आपके पास में है, मेरे समझ से यहाँ से कितना होगा, अबाउट 150-200 किलोमीटर्स। मैं अभी आया तो आई हैड दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी, भाई साहब के साथ हमने नालंदा को देखा, रूम्स ऑफ नालंदा देखा। तो आप समझिए कि जिस नालंदा में आज से 900,000 वर्ष पहले, उसमें there were 10,000 scholars। कितने? 1000 साल पहले आप गूगल करिए, शायद आई में भी करें, 10,000 scholars coming from across the world। दुनिया के लोग आके, आज नहीं पहुंच पा रहे, उस समय वो लोग आके, जिस समय इंटरनेट नहीं था, जिस समय www नहीं था, फर्स्ट मिलेनियम टू दिस वन, they were there, not only they were there, but they also had one of the most magnificent libraries ever. आज की तारीख में भी जो हमारे पास लाइब्रेरी हो सकती थी, उससे बड़ी लाइब्रेरी वहाँ हुआ करती थी। और आप सोचिए कि that library of yours जो knowledge base था, it was burned, it was set on fire by Patriarch Khilji and it burned for months altogether। कितनी बड़ी लाइब्रेरी रही होगी ये सोचिए। अब देखो वहां से लेके अब हम जो टेक्नोलॉजी के टाइम में आए, वो पूरी की पूरी लाइब्रेरी आपके मोबाइल में। दैट इज द चेंज। जो पूरी लाइब्रेरी वहां हुआ करती थी, ऑन एस्ट्रोनॉमी थी, हेल्थ केयर थी, ज्योमेट्री थी, मैथमेटिक्स थी, फिलॉसफी थी, थियोसॉफी थी, ऑल दोज बुक्स, जितनी वो बुक्स हुआ करती थी, वो बुक्स आपके पता चला आपके मोबाइल में। आपने देखना शुरू किया, एनीथिंग यू वांट टू फाइंड आउट, तो इससे एक चीज तो ये समझ में आई पहले, नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स, बिकॉज यू ऑल आर द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ दिस इंस्टीट्यूशन। तो पहली बात मान के चलिए, योर मोबाइल, दिस थिंग गॉट टू बी यूज्ड फॉर टीचिंग, लर्निंग पर्पसेस। उसका इस्तेमाल आपने करना है। बकाया सारी चीजें तो ठीक हैं जो आप करते हैं, लेकिन उसके लिए इट ऑल्सो गॉट टू बी यूज्ड फॉर दिस पर्पस। ठीक है, Why I'm telling you this कि देखो टेक्नोलॉजी वहां से आके, टेक्नोलॉजी ने क्या किया, सारी की सारी चीज को आपके मोबाइल पे दे दिया, एक छोटी पेन ड्राइव में दे दिया, इतनी मेमोरी आ गई कि आप उसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते। तो अभी तक का जो हमारा कन्वर्सेशन हुआ, उससे आपने दो तीन चीजें पकड़ी। क्या पकड़ी? कि दैट वी हैड द नॉलेज बेस विद अस। हमारे पास वो नॉलेज बेस था, जिस नॉलेज बेस ने क्या किया था, दैट आपके पास वो महानता रही, आपके पास वो ज्ञान का भंडार था। और वो ज्ञान का भंडार कितना सो वेरी क्लोज टू योर इंस्टीट्यूशन, यहाँ से कितना नजदीक। तो जब आपको समय मिला या मिलेगा, तो आप क्या करेंगे, एक तो ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशन को विजिट करेंगे, ऐसे उसको देखेंगे। मैं महंती साहब नमस्कार, मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, बच्चों से अभी बात हो रही थी स्टूडेंट से, मैंने कहा कि हाउ मेनी ऑफ देम दे हैव बीन टू नालंदा। तो यहाँ से बहुत कम स्टूडेंट्स ने देखा। मैंने कहा ये भी इट इज ऑल्सो मेकिंग ऑफ अ यूनिवर्सिटी, नालंदा ही है। और उस जमाने में था, तो काइंडली डू विजिट, देखो कि कितना 10,000 स्कॉलर्स, दैट काइंड ऑफ बैकग्राउंड आपके पास ये चीज है, यानी आपके डीएनए में ये है नॉलेज। दैट इज व्हाई इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर एजुकेशन सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि उस समय में था। और कौन कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटीज थी हमारे पास इस तरह की, जैसे नालंदा है, तक्षशिला। अब तक्षशिला आप सोचो, I was talking about this third millennium। आप जो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं वो BC में तक्षशिला, जैसा ये तो आप रिप्रेजेंट करते हो थर्ड मिलेनियम, you belong to this third millennium, ठीक है। और नालंदा कब थी? फर्स्ट मिलेनियम। और सेकंड मिलेनियम में आते आते as I told you, it was set on fire, the whole library, and it burned for months altogether. It was ransacked, and then came the dark age, जो हमारे पास knowledge base था, be it philosophy, be it theosophy, be it medical science, be it astronomy, be it all sorts of mathematics। तो ये पूरा का पूरा knowledge base was burned because there was no pen drive, there was nothing of that sort कि एक आपने हार्ड डिस्क में रखा है, कहीं क्लाउड में आपकी पूरी लाइब्रेरी है, you can take it around। It was not there, and therefore it burnt altogether for all those months। आपके पास ये एडवांटेज है, because whatever knowledge base you have, जो भी आपने अपना बनाया हुआ है, it is with you। और आज आप जिस समय में रह रहे हो, वहाँ न्यूरल लिंक भी है, आपको मालूम है ना, न्यूरल लिंक प्रोजेक्ट जो है ना, इसको भी आप देखिएगा। मस्क का एक न्यूरल लिंक का एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है, इसको गूगल करिए, गूगल इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग्स, आपको पता चलेगा कि कितनी मजेदार चीजें हो रही हैं। जस्ट ट्राइंग टू एमुलेट दिस ब्यूटीफुल this idiot box that we have many a times I see this, जो आपका पूरा है, इसको किस तरह से ब्रेन को आप किस तरह से एमुलेट करेंगे। न्यूरल लिंक का बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट है, जो हमारा यहाँ पर जितने हम कहते हैं कि क्लोज टू billions of neurons that we have, हम किस तरह से इसको एमुलेट कर सकते हैं, so that this parallel neural this system, it could be used, leveraged for some application. अब देखिए यहाँ से हमारे पास पूरा का पूरा नॉलेज बेस बना हुआ है, यानी 2-3 चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है जो आपके इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर एजुकेशन के लिए भी है. एंड व्हाई एजुकेशन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज नॉट ओनली इट एम्पावर्स, इनेबलमेंट आपका होता है, बल्कि इट ओपन्स अप विंडोज. और पैदा होने के लिए जितना अभी टाइम है ना, देयरफॉर आई थॉट, देखिए अभी टाइम था तो मैंने कहा आपसे कुछ बातचीत हो जाएगी, है ना, डिस्कशन हो जाएगी. और जो मैं आपसे कह रहा था, इंटरेस्टिंग ये है कि पैदा होने के लिए ना इससे अच्छा टाइम कोई हो ही नहीं सकता. तो आप मान के चलिए, इस बात पे ताली बजाइए कि सबसे अच्छे टाइम में आपका हमारा बेस्ट टाइम पे पैदा हुए हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि आप 21st सेंचुरी में पैदा हुए. आप ऐसे टाइम पे पैदा हुए जिसमें आपके पास क्या, आपके पास ये मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, आपके पास स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, आपके पास बायोटेक्नोलॉजीज हैं. आप 4th इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन के उस टाइम में पैदा हुए हैं जिसमें आपके पास पूरा बायोलॉजिकल साइंसेस, कभी ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री में ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ कि पूरी बायोलॉजिकल साइंसेस, पूरा डिजिटल वर्ल्ड, पूरा फिजिकल वर्ल्ड एक साथ मिल गया. ऐसा हिस्ट्री में, पूरी ह्यूमैनिटी की हिस्ट्री में कभी नहीं हुआ. और ह्यूमैनिटी की हिस्ट्री आपको पता है ना कितनी पुरानी है, बहुत पुरानी होगी. क्योंकि हमारा जो प्लेनेट अर्थ है कितना पुराना है, यूनिवर्स कितना पुराना है. अरे ऐसी बातचीत कर रही थी, कितना पुराना है जो हमारा ये है यूनिवर्स. कहते हैं रफली ना कि 13.8 बिलियन ईयर्स, है ना, बिलियन ईयर्स, उतने अरब साल पुराना क्या ये जो हमारा यूनिवर्स है पूरा का. अब तो हम मल्टीवर्स की भी बात करते हैं, आपको टेक्नोलॉजी भी होता है, मल्टीवर्स भी होता है. इतना पुराना यूनिवर्स है. उस यूनिवर्स में एक छोटा हमारा सोलर सिस्टम है, और उस सोलर सिस्टम में एक हमारी प्लेनेट अर्थ. अब आप सोचो कि उस अर्थ की भी एक उम्र है अपनी, जैसे हम लोगों की एज होती है ऐसी कोई उसकी भी होगी, बिल्डिंग की भी होगी, इस कैमरे की भी होगी, सबकी एज. तो ऐसी अर्थ की कितनी उम्र है? लगभग क्लोज टू 4.6 बिलियन. उसमें भी आप सोचिए कि लाइफ फॉर्म आया, क्या लाइफ फॉर्म. अब लाइफ तो थी नहीं भाई. जो हमारा पूरा का पूरा कंपोजिशन रहा होगा, ऑक्सीजन, हाइड्रोजन, जो पूरा नाइट्रोजन, जो आपको पूरा सिस्टम चाहिए होगा, उसके लिए भी कुछ समय लगा होगा ना लाइफ फॉर्म के. वो लाइफ फॉर्म हमारा आया, बहुत पुरानी बात नहीं, वो इसमें भी किसी भी तरह का आया. हम कहते हैं कि वो 3 बिलियन ईयर्स. और जो हमारा वाला, जो हम लोग जिस उसमें आए, हमको क्या कहते हैं? ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. ये ह्यूमन बीइंग कहाँ से आता है ना, कौन बताएगा? प्राइज भी है आप लोगों के. ह्यूमन बीइंग जो हम कहते हैं अपने को, वी, तो ह्यूमन बीइंग कहाँ से आया? होमो सेपियन. किसी का नाम सुना? क्या मतलब होता है होमो सेपियन का? What do we mean by Homo sapiens? Homo means हाँ, human. Homo sapiens means we, humans, Latin है. And sapiens means sapiens. आजकल एक बड़ी अच्छी किताब है युवाल नोआ हरारी की, आप पढ़ना, उसको बड़ा मजा आएगा. तो वो कर लीजिए. ये भी जितने मैं टर्म आपको बता रहा हूँ, ये पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है. नेक्स्ट टाइम आएगा तो मैं लास्ट. और जिसने अच्छा किया उसको हमारी तरफ से कुछ बहुत सुंदर सा कुछ मिलेगा. ठीक है. तो सेपियन का मतलब होता है वाइज, विजडम, प्रूडेंस, इंटेलिजेंस. तो हमारा नाम क्यों रखा होमो सेपियंस? ज्यादा पुराने नहीं है जो होमो सेपियंस आए, या आप समझिए 2-3 लाख साल पुराना, ज्यादा नहीं है मसला. और भी आए, वो इरेक्टस आए, ये आए, निंडरथैल, तो ये सब हैं. लेकिन हम लोग उसमें से होमो सेपियंस अपने हम लोग निकल के आए, और हम हैं पूरी दुनिया में आ गए. तो आपसे ये डिस्कशन बाद में चलेगा, ठीक है. लेकिन होमो सेपियन का मतलब होता है वाइज मैन.
I'm going to touch here and there. What I don't have is time. What I am supposed to talk about, it needs me to talk to you guys for days and days if I want to talk about this topic in its detail. I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, enhancing cybersecurity defenses, detection, incident responses, and security analysis to combat cyber threats and attacks. So my talk is mainly going to be distributed towards AI cybersecurity and the challenges and limitations of AI in cybersecurity, and then the future of AI in cybersecurity. All right, next. So the cybersecurity landscape is a landscape which is ever evolving. It's like police and thieves. Police can never be prepared for any crime. They can never be prepared. They can anticipate, but they can never be prepared because the criminals are planning for success. They are planning to be successful in whatever crime they are going to do. So they are going to look at all the preventive mechanisms which are there, and they are going to make sure that all these mechanisms, they cannot identify or catch them. That's the challenge which we have, even in cybersecurity, all right? So the landscape is ever evolving and it is always changing. And that statistic is quite very scary. This statistic, which was given in 2023, 38% of global cyber, in 2023 we saw an increase of 38% in global cyber attacks. Global cyber attacks. These are no longer focused attacks on attacking an individual or a small entity. These are attacks which are launched from this room, attacking systems which are somewhere which we don't even know where they are. So that brings in the role of AI. That brings in AI because we are now leveraging on the power of AI to make sure that we can use AI to process, especially to process the vast amounts of data at incredible speeds. The word there is incredible, but how do we measure incredible? Incredible, it cannot be defined. What's incredible today is not incredible tomorrow. So we have to keep up with the pace when it comes to security there. We are looking at computational power, which is incredible, the speeds which are incredible, but we have to always look at how can we always be better. And AI is coming in handy in this part. The computational power, we are looking at something which was a mere dream 10 years ago. It's happening today. I never could imagine that I could run some sophisticated algorithms on my handphone. Handphone was just for communication. Now, some handphones are even more powerful than 10-year-old desktop computers. Okay? Right. So, all in all, AI enhances efficiency by automating repetitive tasks such as log analysis and alert triage. Right. Repetitive tasks. Computers can do this very well. Computer programs can do this very well. Repetitive tasks. If I ask you to repeat your name 5,000 times, your name, you say your name 5,000 times, I'm telling you, you are going to make a mistake so many times. It's your name, you know it, but because you are a woman, you can make a mistake because you get tired, you overlook something, you get distracted. But computers and machines, they don't get tired, they don't get distracted. So they are well designed for repetitive tasks. And they can do a lot of work in a very short period of time. And with the advent of artificial intelligence, we are now putting in some levels of intelligence so that these tasks which are repetitive, they are not stagnant. They are developed with the kind of data information which is coming in. If we were getting data type A only, when it changes to B, the repetitive task can adopt and it can grow and can cope up. So now, next slide. Right. Role number 1 for AI is for enhancing cybersecurity defenses, not creating, enhancing. Defenses, they've always been there. The role of a police officer has always been there since the police departments were implemented. But their roles, they are ever changing according to the kind of crimes, the kind of equipment, the kind of environment which they are working on. So this is now where AI is coming in cybersecurity defenses. The defenses have been there, but the landscapes and the kind of adversaries which we are facing, they are always changing. Artificial intelligence is coming in with automated threats, predictive analytics, reinforced learning defense. All these are the efforts which are coming in under the auspices of artificial intelligence. All right? So proactive AI-based security can block new vulnerabilities without human intervention. Artificial intelligence is moving into another level of sophistication. Self-learning. We are coming up with self-learning algorithms. They see what is happening today and they adopt themselves and they can create a completely different environment. They can work in a completely different. They have been in your system for so many months. So many months, even up to years. But with the power of AI, now this can be detected in situ. As it is happening, it can be detected and an alert can be given to you to take some proactive measures, or the system can self-defense. Yes, next. Role number 2 is in anomaly detection. Linked to role number 1. Anomaly detection is finding something which is out of the norm. Something which is out of the norm. If something which happens, which is not expected to happen, which is new, that is an anomaly. It's not bad, it's not good, but AI now will alert you and tell you that, no, there were 10 park, in this car park, we always used to see 10 cars. But today there are 10 cars and one of them is red. It was never there before. Then you go and investigate what happened to the blue car which used to be parked here. But now we are looking at vast amounts of information and data. Finding an anomaly in that sea of data is very, very difficult. AI comes in with some behavioral analytics, real-time monitoring detection, and minimizing false positives. False positives are extremely dangerous, especially when we are talking of AI, when we are talking in the security realm. We need to be sure. We don't need to be given a false alarm. Some false alarms are very, very costly. So advanced AI algorithms use deeper context and historical data to reduce the number of false positives, allowing cybersecurity teams to focus on actual threats. So there is no more distraction. Like for, I can give so many examples, but because of time, I need to go forward. False positives and anomaly detections are one of the most fundamental things which we should avoid when we want to have very secure security systems. And AI is coming in very much handy in these areas. Okay, next. Next slide, please. Role number 3 is AI-driven incident response. So an incident happens. Before this, I have to detect that event, and then I will have to make a response. Now we can train some algorithms. If A happens, do B. If B happens, do C. If C happens, do A, like that. So that's where AI is coming in automating detection and response, in AI in forensic analysis and collaboration with security operations centers. So this is also a very important role where AI is enhancing, helping us to enhance security. All right. AI in security analysis and reporting. We cannot imagine the amount of data and information which is generated in 1 minute around the entire globe. It's enormous. And in that 1 minute, if there is only one element of data which is of security concern, we have to detect it before the next minute, because after the next minute, there's going to be another enormous amount of data, and it will keep on time. So we have to go back to real-time analytics. Real-time analytics are very, very important in security analysis and reporting. You have to analyze and report on the go. You don't have to collect, analyze, and report later. Damage, irreparable damages might have happened by that time. So AI is coming in for security posture assessments. AI is coming in hard and hot with natural language processing, especially in cybersecurity, and it's coming in compliance and policy enforcement. Policies can easily be made, but enforcing policies is not an easy thing. We are coming now with algorithms, we are coming up with applications which can enforce compliance of our policies. Okay? All these, what I have presented here, are roles of AI in security analysis and reporting now. Okay? Next slide. What are the challenges and limitations? This is the good part which I was talking about. The bad part is mainly on the challenges which we face, which you are expected to face. Okay? So, adversarial attacks on AI systems, AI bias and ethics concerns, and cost and resource constraints. These 3 points, we can talk about them for years and years when we cannot finish this discussion. Just yesterday, I was talking with Prof. If you look at point number 2, AI bias and ethical concerns, we are looking at the world as a global village. There is no more India, and there is no more United States of America, there is no more Africa. We are all global citizens. That is what we are today. This is what we are today. This camera, which is there, is putting us on the entire world map if it is connected correctly to the resources. People can see us and can know what we are doing right now. So, if the algorithms which are created are intentionally modified to give some false information or to ignore some security concerns, that is extremely dangerous. So, bias and ethical concerns are very, very much of research aspects in cybersecurity which are very challenging, and they bring a lot of limitations to AI. As we talk right now, there are no concrete universal policies on the use and abuse of AI. What might be use of artificial intelligence here in India might be abused in the next country. So if we have that kind of discrepancies, then we are not living in a global village. And those are the challenges which we face right now. And it limits the decentralization of use of artificial intelligence security measures. Because what I am protecting now, and I think is very important to be protected, might not be as protected by the other person. But we are all connected onto the same systems and everything. You become the loophole, and everyone is going to suffer because of you. All right. The other thing is cost and resource constraints. Implementing AI systems can be resource intensive and costly. Prof this morning said that for us to have enhanced AI systems, we need to have massive computing power. We need to have massive computing power. Coming up with systems which can give that kind of computing power is unimaginably expensive. It can only be achieved by a few governments who have got extra money to spend. But if that is owned by a certain government, it means they are going to implement their policies which favor their government, their interests, and everything. So that makes it extremely difficult and almost impossible. So cost until especially the computing power is available and affordable for everyone, is going to bring a lot of challenges and limitations in AI, especially in cybersecurity. Next slide. So for the future of AI, we cannot run away from the idea of quantum computing. Quantum computing also went through some phases. It was introduced, people worked on quantum computing, but because of the vast amount of resources and money which was needed to put it further, it was seen as impossible and useless. And the amount of processing power which was promised by quantum computing, it was useless. Those days people would say, why would I want that? Why would I need that? But now, because of the artificial intelligence, there is every reason to move towards quantum computing and quantum-based cybersecurity. And then AI also is going to move into autonomous cybersecurity. Like now we have autonomous driving cars. Cars which are driving themselves. Cybersecurity, this is what we should be focusing on. That's the future of cybersecurity. Less human being intervention. Less intervention of human beings. Then we know that we have achieved a certain level of what we might call zero trust. These are models coming up now. Zero trust security mechanisms. Never trust even yourself. Always authenticate. So systems do not even trust other systems. Does not trust even themselves. Do not trust even the owner. So everything is going to be put into autonomous mode for cybersecurity. And then global collaboration in AI security. This one, you and me, we cannot do anything because it also involves some politics, which are boundaries, which are also another problem which we face right now. But once we manage to remove those boundaries and those restrictions, the future of AI in cybersecurity is really based on the global collaboration in AI cybersecurity. So I discussed this proposition yesterday with both when we were coming. This is specifically for the students who are in here and the teachers. When we are trying to find information these days, the learning part is deteriorating. We are failing to learn. When I was in university the first time, I would go to the library and order a book, and I will be told that this book will be available for you in the next 3 months and for 24 hours only. When I get that book, I will read and make sure that I understand everything which is in there, because I know I was not going to get it for the next 1 year or something like that, because they were very important and precious books. Now, with AI, especially GPTs, information is always available on our hands. But the problem is there is a very big gap between the fundamentals and the knowledge which we are getting. We are getting very high level knowledge, and we do not even have the fundamentals for us to verify whether that information is good for us or not. Very dangerous for you as the student. Because if you cannot verify what you have, whether it is correct or not, it means you do not know, you do not have the knowledge. You have to have the knowledge first, then only you can answer the use. So when we are learning, those days when we were learning, levels of knowledge were based on the Bloom's taxonomy of the cognitive. domain. The lowest level, which is number 1, which is based on, remember, what is your name? Where do you live? Questions, things like that. And then it goes to understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Now, we are proposing in artificial intelligence-based domains to have a mirror of the Bloom's taxonomy of the cognitive domain. We propose the use of the taxonomy of AI domain in academics. So instead of running away or not accepting the use of artificial intelligence, especially those based on GPTs, most teachers, they will be telling you, I don't want you to switch on your phone or your computer in my class because you are trying to prove whether I know or not. It has to be the other way. You don't have your computer and you don't have your phone. You are out of my class. Because we do not have a choice. Prof said this morning. Do we have a choice? No. Artificial intelligence is here and it's here to stay with us. We have to go into it. So with this domain here, we have to make sure that as students or as teachers, we have helped the students to learn first. They learn the basics, the fundamentals of whatever they are doing, and then from there, they replicate what is there. Can you make this pen exactly as it is? So you go and you replicate it, you duplicate it, and you make it exactly as it is. But for you to do that, you must have learned the fundamentals, first of all, that how to do it. Please correct. All right, okay. And then from there, you can imitate, transfer, transform, and create. Still, the highest level is creating. When you go to do your PhD or your master's, you are creating or adding to the body of knowledge. You do not create.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Once again, welcome to the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence, Research Trends, Emerging Technologies and Operations. You are all lucky to be here. It is a very good institution, very good location, and I'm glad to be with all of you. This event is essential.
Sorry, आपका कोड कैसे जाना पड़ेगा?
You know, this kind of event, professional meetings, is essential for the reputation, image, and visibility of the university and institute of higher learning. And I'm glad that you all have gathered together in a very special and unique occasion. So once again, thank you all for having me. And so let's start with something information for all of you. I don't have too much time to give the talk, but I will give you an overview of enough information that you might use for your future growth. Thought, because there are a lot of good things in here. You don't want to miss. Let me tell you where I am actually from. I have been in there. I came to Vietnam to do something, and I will talk more. So I am actually in a This is very good. So I'm actually in the state of Minnesota, which is this one. So this is a Midwestern state in the United States. We have 4 distinct seasons. Each one is beautiful. First is spring in Minnesota. Now, I'll show you 4 seasons, and actually you can distinguish one from another by looking at the color of the leaves of the tree. This is beautiful. So this is Minnesota spring. This is part of my university that I was there for about 30 years. Then this is Minnesota summer, which is slightly deep green leaves in the tree. And then on the back side is a lake, beautiful lake, and this is also part of the campus. This is beautiful Minnesota fall that people travels from north to south to see, because it comes at different times from north to south. And on the back side of this is the Mississippi River that you probably know. So this is indeed really beautiful. Now comes the longest season, which is wow. This is the winter. Minnesota is famous for cold, severe cold, and lots of snow, because people love to have winter sports. So this is the part of the campus, a lot of snow, beautiful. And winter lasts longer, about 5 to 6 months, instead of other, unlike other seasons, which are only 2-3 months long. Okay, so this is Minnesota now. Now I'm in the Eastern International University in Vietnam. Please visit me anytime you want, because it's close. And we are very close to Ho Chi Minh City, which used to be called Saigon in the past. So this is the main gate of the campus. Now, here are some opportunities for you. I came in Vietnam to build a new school of computing and information technology for a new country that I don't know, for a new group of students. Because our job is to serve students and the community. So I came to Vietnam. I've been there for the last 6 years. I still don't know more than 2 words in Vietnamese. Very difficult language. So, but the country is an excellent country. So come and visit, because it's now a very good visiting country for tourists. So here are some opportunities for you. Eastern International University invites applications for several full-time teaching positions in the School of Computing and Information Technology. Applications are accepted throughout the year. There is no deadline. candidates from all areas of computer science, computing, information technology, computer engineering, and related fields will be eligible to apply. A candidate who has recently finished PhD or about to finish PhD, I will strongly encourage you to apply if you are interested to have a foreign experience. And it's very close from India. International experience for in an excellent country and a beautiful campus near Ho Chi Minh City. Excellent research labs, including artificial intelligence lab and cybersecurity lab, which we'll talk at the end of the talk. So, I'll be here for next 3 days. Come and see me, talk to me at any time you want, because we may not have time to answer questions now, but as long as I'm here, come, do not hesitate to come and talk to me and ask any questions you like. I can answer all questions you have. So, here is my email, in case you want, ndevnetc@gmail.com. So, anyway, now let's go back to keynote. This is the keynote, which will have two components. First, I will go through some of the information, what we already know. That means the current progress. And then I will talk about what we don't know, which gives you challenges, limitations, and opportunities for us. So here is one that at the beginning, what we really want, everything smart. Smart homes, smart house, smart city, smart computer systems, smart admin, intelligent communication systems, intelligent safety and security systems, and of course, most importantly, intelligent medical and healthcare systems. Simply speaking, what we want is intelligent devices and applications which require and primarily depend on intelligent software systems. So, how to achieve? If you ask anyone, they will say artificial AI, artificial intelligence. So, this is a brief overview of AI. Artificial intelligence is simply a program that can sense, reason, act, and adapt. Subset of artificial intelligence is called machine learning. So the two terms that you normally hear the most, AI and machine learning. Subset of machine learning is the deep learning. So these are the components, the overview of AI. The AI has been growing rapidly nowadays. AI alone, or in combination with algorithms in machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, pattern recognition, and blockchain, are helping software development industries to build intelligent software in a wide range of applications. That's where we are, computer scientists. And it's making significant progress in communications, manufacturing, gaming, agriculture, human resources, and medical and healthcare, which is with its innovative applications and helps us solve complex problems. For example, in education, we have automated tool to help educators creating smart content and also voice assistance to improve students' learning. E-commerce helps AI-powered assistance using natural language processing and also fraud prevention. In navigation, it helps us to improve operational efficiency, your typical GPS systems. In agriculture, has a very good application, which uses AI, computer vision, robotics, and machine learning all together to identify defects and nutrient deficiencies in the soil, also help improve food production and improve farming tremendously nowadays. In lifestyle, AI and machine learning together helps automotive, electrical, and autonomous vehicle. Very interesting to look at. And recommender systems for users' data for customized recommendation. In automobile, you have seen self-driving vehicles, which uses intelligent sensors and powerful cameras to make it successful machine. In gaming and sports, we have smart human-like non-player characters to interact with the players. It helps predict human behavior using which game design and testing can be improved in the near future. In robotics, very highly effective applications, particularly Japan uses tremendously about robots, which is robots in human-robot communication, robot in manufacturing industry, robot in agriculture, mining industry, and healthcare. In healthcare and medicine, we have sophisticated machines that can accurately detect diseases and identify cancer cells. We can use historical data and medical intelligence for discovery of new drugs. Most recently, COVID-19, we just passed. AI application helped us tremendously to bring the COVID vaccine in 18 months, which is very difficult and unusual. Normally, a vaccine takes years to come. This vaccine came in 18 months as US proposed and committed, and we had. This is why we are safe today from that deadly virus. In healthcare, we use AI and machine learning, and the applications include diagnosing patients, end-to-end drug discovery and development, and improving communication between physician and patients. Now, computer systems can execute tasks more efficiently. However, state-of-the-art computer algorithms have achieved accuracies which are highly comparable to human experts in medical sciences. These are significant improvement that we have in recent days. AI healthcare, there are top 5 real-world examples, like robotic surgery, chatbot, then virtual nursing assistants, precision medicine, administrative workflow. Here are some simple examples. Chatbots, these AI applications helps healthcare providers to exceed patients' expectations through improving patients' outcomes and offering immediate conversational response. Excellent the applications. Robotic surgeries. AI technology has brought about a revolution in the field of surgery in terms of their speed and depth when making fine incisions. AI utilization can minimize case-to-case variations, improving the efficiency of even the most skilled surgeons at the same time. This is significant improvement in medical science. AI systems provide virtual nursing assistants available 24/7
to monitor patients and answer their questions in real time. Savings about 20 billion US dollars per year for the healthcare industry. Precision medicine using AI depends on the large amounts of data gathered from several disruptive technological innovations such as chip genome sequencing, advanced biotechnology, and health sensors used by patients at home. It depends on advanced supercomputing power, which we may or may not have. So, it depends on advanced supercomputing algorithms with deep learning. There are many things that now I'm going towards challenges that we have in the future. Automation of administrative workflow, which is an excellent AI application, leads to about 18 billion US dollar savings for the healthcare industry. So, major benefits of AI in healthcare includes the following. With AI, spending in the healthcare and pharmaceutical industries expected to increase from 463 million US dollars in 2019 to over 2 billion by 2025. The global AI in the healthcare market size is anticipated to grow from 4.9 billion in 2020 to 45 billion in 2026. I don't know the conversion into Indian currency, but this is huge investment. Now comes computer scientists, that all of you, computer applications, computer science, computer engineering, is the use of AI in healthcare industry is radically changing the face of information technology. That is where we are. And so, academics and industry together needs to work in order to make contribution, not alone, have to be together. The spectacular growth stresses the need for healthcare limitations to embrace AI to offer cutting-edge healthcare solutions to the customers. AI in HR, human resources, very often used now in the US for recruitment, particularly higher positions. It saves a lot of time for the university. So, this is the overview of how AI fits into HR. Recruiting, onboarding, learning, engagement, and we have a lot of sub-elements goes with it in order to help HR significantly, and it's improving and growing very fast. Now comes this beautiful lady, AI in mass communications. This is actually a good-looking teaching assistance for students. Students can ask questions at any time, 24/7, and this lady answered the question. Students don't know who is answering the question. Is that the teacher or something virtual? This is miracle, very good. And this was created by an Indian professor at Georgia Institute of Technology in the US, in the state of Georgia. So, one of the areas where AI has been making a substantial impact is mass communications, particularly in the field of media and journalism. The evolution of AI has brought about significant changes in the way news is gathered, disseminated, and consumed. And these changes have far-reaching implications for the future of journalism and media. One significant way AI is transforming mass communications is through automation of news production. So this is helping quite a bit in mass communications. AI in academic curriculum, that's where you are. Curriculum is the backbone of any program. And currently AI is significant because it has been a manual process, takes a lot of time. But now, AI has significant applications in order to help to create a dynamic curriculum, not a static curriculum that we have. So, AI in academic curriculum creation isn't just about automation. It's about fundamentally changing it to be more personalized, adaptive, efficient, and thus making it a dynamic curriculum to meet each student's unique learning style, pace, and interest. This will be significant. So, different students based on their level can improve differently. This AI-driven innovation in curriculum creation has the potential to enhance student engagement, improve learning outcomes, and redefine the entire educational landscape. This is where your thinking should begin. How can we go forward? This is called looking ahead, new and challenging application. Empowering millions of students and staff with disabilities that we never think. We have millions of people in the same area to gain equal digital access and equal opportunity to education. That's the dream. Like take advantage of technology. So we need to do something through AI that disabled person can have equal access. That's the dream. The power, now look at this, the power of current AI and next generation AI can only help. Along with the new and advanced AI tools and technologies will bring a smarter and brighter society in the near and distant future. We are not there yet. So that's where your challenge starts. Important note that is current power of AI good enough to do this? I already have a project with the industry, small industry, startup industry in Ho Chi Minh, who are trying to create an application to help disabled students. So this will be a tremendous society improvement if we can do that. Now, these are things. Now we are going into super intelligent AI in the future. In a hospital in Denmark, thousands of brains with psychiatric illness are collected and stored for brain research on psychiatric evaluation and psychiatric care. This is a common problem that we see in the world, especially what we see in the US. So, researchers believe that such an advanced study may help improve patients with dementia, Alzheimer, Parkinson's disease, and other brain-related issues in the future. Such a brain research on psychiatric evaluation requires sophisticated supercomputers. We don't have. With highly effective, intelligent software technology to achieve useful results, we don't have it. So these are the things that we need to work on to make improvement in the future. Mission ahead. Future advances in smart technology. One is soft robot. Now we have a hard robot which moves slowly. It cannot move anything else, but now we need a soft robot that changes shapes and size, so it can apply anywhere, depending on the need. So this is a soft robot. Then making human milk, a very challenging application. New mothers can use replacing breastfeeding. Next, operating with holograms. A human being, a doctor, can always make mistakes. If the same doctor operates on two eyes at two different times, it will be different. But is this surgery, and also most of the time, on the average, 15% of the patients die after surgery. these types of application will eliminate many of such problems. And then sleeping smart, which is a small device for sleeping disorder. And finally, electric boards, which uses the Tesla car technology, which is available, but question is how to be applied in a bigger domain. That's the electric board, which will avoid pollution altogether. So, we talked about some, we already have. Now, some challenging applications that we need to have. This is the new, like we have AI, machine learning. Now you also hear AI and cybersecurity. In recent years, the academic community has focused on two emerging areas of computing: artificial intelligence, AI, and also cybersecurity within the discipline of computing, computer science, and information technology. These two emerging topics have been growing rapidly and making significant progress in the many areas of research and development. So this is our AI lab that we have at Eastern International University, and here are some projects. So when I came to build a new school, I also started to build two labs. One, AI. And so the projects in AI lab includes traffic violation detection. These are the projects that I just briefly mentioned. Social alarming, social distancing alarming, and also skin disease detection. These are the three main projects that are happening now in the AI, our AI lab. This is a very simple deep learning algorithm to do that. And skin disease is very common in the world. Now, at the same time, we wanted to open a cybersecurity lab, which I did last year, June 30, 2023, in cooperation with the cybersecurity industry in Japan. So that's a good collaboration between Vietnam and Japan. So cybersecurity was proposed to be open to all lecturers, students, and staff in conducting a wide range of interdisciplinary research, which you want. In the field of cybersecurity, including, but not limited to, threat awareness, intrusion detection and protection system, AI and machine learning for security, security in IoT and edge computing, along with other emerging applications. And in the future, in order to be consistent with the technology growth, we need this kind of advanced laboratory for students, for their potential employment. And so, these are the things we have, and we need to use this effectively in order to use the technology as much as we can in order to make progress. So this is what we already have, what we are challenging applications we need to have. Now comes the actual challenge. We have two groups in the society. One is computer scientists, software engineers, information technologists, and software developers. The other is general users, including you and me. So, if you ask users, they say, we get 100%, life is great. However, when you ask computer scientists, software engineers, and software developers, their perspective is different. Do we really get what we want? And this gives you a practical challenge on software reliability, how reliable the software is, the one that you have. So, this helps us to get some research ideas for future development. and ask the questions, how can we achieve better? This is this fundamental for software development process. 5 steps: software specification, software design, mapping of design to implementation, and the reliability of each component of a software, because software has many components, thousands of components. And so, the question is, the software reliability depends on all, not just one. And if you improve one, doesn't mean it solves the problem. Actually, if you want to improve one, it significantly improves the cost, cannot just afford, so we cannot do it. These are some of the limitations we have. First is the specification, we make mistakes. In fact, after 60 years of software engineering, we don't have a good progress in all the tools and technologies. So we make mistakes. Then that mistakes propagates to the design phase. In addition, we have new errors in the design. Then this together comes to the implementation phase. Again, we make new error in more errors in the implementation phase. Therefore, all of these now propagates to the testing phase that we do. Of course, there are several ways to do testing. There's a fault isolation, fault classification, and then fixing all the errors we have. Next is, we have specification, which gives you the expected behavior of the software that we have. And the implementation gives you an observed behavior of the same thing. Question is, do they match? The answer is very difficult. Depending on the application, the intersection is very small. Question is, how do you improve? These are all research and challenging applications and work that we need to do. Now we add another dimension, which is test cases. So now you have, instead of 2 circles, now you have 3. Specification set S, implementation set P, and also the testing set R. And then if you look at this, there are 8 segments now instead of 3. And the only segment that is most useful is segment number 1, the region number 1, which software is specified correctly, implemented correctly, tested correctly. Therefore, that region is again very small. Question is, how do you make? So these are the inherent limitations we are facing and we will face forever. So this is things. Next is, we have 3 levels of testing: unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. We have fairly well developed literature in unit testing, not as much as integration testing. And of course, system testing is very difficult to understand and apply. So now, all these limitations makes us to believe we can never get 100% reliability in any software we have. So only thing we can do is to enhance, increase the reliability depending on the resource and training we have. So, can we achieve 100% reliability for a large and complex intelligent software systems? And the answer is simply no. We can improve, but you cannot eliminate all the problems we have, starting from specification all the way to maintenance phase. And so, our goal is to maximize as much as we can, depending on the available resources. So, the question then comes, should we be concerned about this? The answer is yes. We should be concerned because we have, we don't have enough that we want. Second, should we be encouraged by this bad news? The answer is yes. This gives us tremendous opportunity for future research and development, and your job will remain sustainable forever, and for our children and grandchildren. So here are the concluding comments. The area of intelligent software system is wide open, leading to many challenges and exciting opportunities. You see, we say new challenges but opportunities which are exciting, that people should be motivated to pursue higher and advanced research. And so through active national and international research and professional collaborations between academics and IT industries, between academics and IT industries together, cannot just do alone, cannot do it yourself. You have to have a group of researchers, and not national and international. We together can make significant advances in computational intelligence with a wide range of innovative applications in the near future. The final limitation is this: making continuous progress in computational intelligence is a very, very long road ahead. So when we ask the question, do we have everything we need? The answer is simply no. So, because there are three types of AI. First is narrow AI, stage 1. Second stage is general AI. And the third stage, super AI. Unfortunately, we are only in phase 1. How long will it take to develop phase 2, phase 3? Quite unknown, quite uncertain. The reason is very simple. AI, we cannot underestimate, we cannot overestimate. AI started in 1954. It went ups and downs, ups and downs. Recently, last few years, AI picked up its application than ever before. And so we are excited. Question is, can we guarantee that it will sustain forever? The answer is difficult to say. So, these are all the limitations we have. The question is, your job, our job, is to train ourselves and see what can we do to improve the society in the future. Again, thank you for your attention.
So please do put up hands. Everyone, salute. And then again we have
Now I would like to thank the most respected person of this institution, Mr. R.N. Mahanti, Director.
So the field I'm working on is downscaling of land surface area. So why we downscale? What is the need for downscaling? The problem, first of all, let us understand what downscaling is. So downscaling is to enhance the spatial resolution of geospatial data, of satellite images. The study area I'm working on is partly coinciding with Karachi, it's a rectangular region, and falls partly in the University of Karachi. So, what we have done is, first of all, the one thing that we need to understand is there is something called spatio-temporal trade-off. Since the spatio-temporal trade-off exists, we need to downscale satellite data. Now, what this spatio-temporal trade-off is, we know we have satellite-like models who give us daily images, but at a coastal resolution of 1,000 meters, that is 1 kilometer. On the other hand, Landsat satellite gives us fine resolution data, but has revisit time of 16 days. So this is the trade-off. So in one hand, we're getting images daily, but at a coastal resolution, and at the other end, we're getting fine resolution images, but to get the same fine resolution image of the same area, we need to wait for 16 days. So that's the trade-off, and that's why we do downscaling. In this model, we have used random forest regression as our downscale, as the primary downscaling model. What we have done is, we have Lancet thermal data, the LST data, which is at 30 meters. But as I told you, the model's data is coarser and has a spatial resolution of 500 meters. So for spatial congruence, what we did is we resampled the model's independent variables to 30 meters for spatial congruence, and then we trained it. For training, the independent variables we use is the different bands, the different optical bands, along with the indices, the NDVI, NDWI, NDVI. And the dependent variable, or the target variable in this case, is the 30-meter Lancet retreat line surface temperature. Next. So, what we have done is we have taken 70%, the train test takes 70% of the train data, and for testing we have kept 30% of the data. We have trained and then used parameters tuning. In this case, most of the parameters were set to the default values, except two parameters which greatly influence the downscaling result. After an extensive experiment, we found that the number of decision trees, in this case n is estimators, the parameter, 70 gives us the optimal output. And one more parameter, that is mean sample sleeve, we have taken it to be 30. So these two values we found out to be optimal. Next. The model did pretty well. We took 3 dates representative of the 3 months, January, May, and December, for varying temperatures, for the temperature variations. And we found out that the results were excellent. The model did actually very good on the test data. We found out that as you can see, we have pretty high R to square offensive determination values for both for every date every month, and also the mean squared error is also very less. Now, the only issue is to make it widely or universally acceptable, because this model can give you downscale results on the same area that we have trained. But to make it widely acceptable and universal, we have to make it somehow more robust, so that putting it in different circumstances will also get the same downscale results. So, next. So these are the results we have, as we can see, in this particular region, we're getting very high R2 scores and very low NSA values. Next. As you can see, the downscale result is pretty much very, very close to the actual Lancet LST image. And it's same in every 3 instances. In all the cases, we have got very good results. Next. Now let's finish it up. Let's go to the last slide. So as I said, the only problem is universality. I have done this on this same area, but in case we have to make it more robust, we need to try it out in different circumstances and different areas. That's it. Thank you so much.
It depicts the love, the eternal love they both had.